Guess who just got clickbaited? You effing idiot, LMO.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is me addressing a few things about the FFS and about something that's been eating me up inside since December. First of all, I want to write about 3 more fanfics. One of them I'm currently writing the second episode of it, then I will post them like 2 days apart or something. Then I will write season 2 of the Stray Kids one. But the third one I'm thinking of not doing because I don't have time on my hands. I have a shit ton of projects to do, and soccer is taking up a lot of my time. Project term at my school is extremely important because even if you don't do that well in the final exams, your term 3 results will boost your marks. Angle, once I finish these 2 fanfics, I'm probably quitting this account. I'll dead ass stop posting and I'll just use it occasionally because this shit is hard. When you're having writer's block and people keep asking for season 2 of this and the next episode of that, like, it gets annoying because I end up writing quickly. And then I don't understand what I'm writing. It was like that with the first Bloody Carnival. I forgot the plot because my phone stopped working and I had to get a new one, plus I couldn't log in to my account, so I gave up and wrote the one with K as an antagonist and the conflict between Tyler and the vamps over Y or N. But then guess what, I got writer's block on episode 4. I wrote the Heads of Misery, but when I tried to post it, it got copyrighted, so I'm writing another NHIPN one. Like, all the time it has to do with NHIPN. Boom, writer's block. Then I'll finally write season 2 of the Stray Kids one, so yeah. That's that. Also, I got beef with YN from the Heads of Misery. This bitch moved on from Seth so quick it makes no sense. Look, my ex and I broke up 5 months ago and I'm still not completely over him, because I really liked him. We were only together for 2 months, but it was one of the best 2 months of my life. I used to stay up till AM to talk to that guy, although he was a jerk, but I still like him, and even when I tried moving on a month after we broke up, couldn't. Like, I had a serious situationship with a guy, but I didn't really like him. I was just trying to move on from my ex and it didn't work at all. Like, I used to talk to my friends about him and think about him a lot, but I still didn't like him as much as my ex. Don't know why, it's probably because of my daddy issues. Like, he was like an old man in a teenager's body. He gave good advice and we used to vent to each other a lot and we had a lot in common, and there was an instant quote-unquote connection. What does this have to do with YN? If she liked Seth that much, in my opinion, she wouldn't have moved on to Sunghoon that quickly. The only thing they have in common is that they're both very powerful. This wasn't posted, but I feel like I made Sunghoon too overprotective, and he was alive 1,000 years before YN, and things have changed since he was out on Earth, and these views are extremely toxic and misogynistic. All the members are like this, but Sunghoon finds it the hardest to adjust, even for YN, while as Seth and YN are born like a year apart, and Seth is calm and compatible with YN. Let's not forget that Sunghoon almost killed Seth because he kissed YN, which she didn't have a problem with since he didn't force himself on her. She was just shocked, but Sunghoon started saying that Seth forced himself on her, which makes no sense. He's very violent, and not gonna lie, reminds me of the guy who I was in a situationship with. Once I was wearing a short dress and he got mad at me and made me wear a jacket around my waist to cover up my thighs. Sunghoon's onky excuse is that he was sadly a victim of child abuse on YN's birthday. They almost had a smut scene, but Sunghoon had a flashback of his ex who was killed by the deadly sins after an argument because things were moving too fast for her. He stopped because he didn't want the same thing to happen between him and YN. He feels like he was like his abusive father. He didn't want that, but slowly he's being more and more like him, just that he's with one woman and is an all-round jerk. Anyways, now on this thing that's been eating me up. As a person with a conscience, I feel like talking about this before someone brings it up when I'm older and start being cancelled. In December, I saw a video from this one TikToker whose user forgot, stating that in the Black community, AAs bring so much to the table, but also take away because they have this mentality where they are better than Africans and Black people in places like the UK. I agreed with this because most of the time it is. I even said they claim being African so much, but when we need them here, they're silent. Last year in June here in South Africa, people started looting stores and burning down buildings, and schools were even closed. But the world was silent. They didn't care about us, but they claim to care for Africa so much. They claim the culture, the history and everything else, but they weren't helping. My dumb ass then agreed, and someone commented saying imagine not being an AA, and I got into an argument with them, and my dumb ass asked then where in Africa they were from. They obviously didn't know because of slavery. Oh, then I said to them, at least I know where I came from. Now that I think about it, that was such a terrible thing to say, but at the time I sadly didn't. My dumb ass then got cancelled by AAs, but it didn't go viral obvi, and I didn't see what's wrong with this until someone told me why it was racist. You might be asking why say it if you didn't know it was racist. It was honestly me saying it in a jokingly manner and not as an insult, but it obviously was an insult. I'm bringing this up because I want to apologize for it now. It's already been long enough and it's been eating me up, and I just wanted to talk about it. This has got to be the most YouTuber-like thing I've ever done, but yeah, I'm sorry to my fellow black people, love y'all and peace.